Hazy sunshine, more high clouds, and warm on Wednesday. Good Tuesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, we hit 87 degrees today. I was expecting 88. We saw that in Sevierville and Oak Ridge, but it was only 85. Hamlin County, Morristown, and 84 in La Follette in Campbell County earlier this afternoon. 82 the high in Crossville. High temperature today of 87 put us 3 degrees above normal, 10 degrees below the record high, which occurred, by the way, just 5 years ago. 2019, we had a high of 97 on this date, the 10th of September. So a high today in Nashville, 91. It was only 79 in Asheville and 89 today in Charlotte. Atlanta hit 86 today, while our friends in Lexington hit 86, just to give you a sample of the regional high temperatures today. Ultimate Doppler radar not showing any rain now, but that might change as we head through the next couple of days because of what could be the leftovers of Francine. The Ultimate Doppler radar presented by your local Marco's Pizza. What a great place to go if you're looking for a late night snack. Maybe you're looking for some dinner ideas. May I suggest Marcos.com. They are sponsors of No Kid Hungry. They give back quite a bit to the local community, but you might be interested in delivery. They are in the Hardin Valley, Farragut locations. They deliver in the Maryville area, Fountain City and Halls. They're also in Oak Ridge, Middlebrook Pike, and Ebenezer Road. A magnificent idea may be the Pepperoni Magnifico for less than $10, or may I suggest the Pozzoli, also great for lunch, less than $6. The pepperoni and sausage pictured at the top is my personal favorite. Check it out at Marcos.com. They're a great sponsor for Captain Accurate Weather. No rain to see here, and really nothing to see in the Great Lakes. Of course, all the talk and hubbubaloo, for good reason, is that we have now a new hurricane. Francine was declared a hurricane. Technically, it's 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. May have been a little bit sooner than that publishing time, but that is now officially a hurricane down in the Gulf of Mexico, with a Cat 1 headed in the direction of maybe southern Louisiana by, 12 noon tomorrow? 12 noon tomorrow could have winds around 90. Maybe it's a very strong Category 1, maybe borderline 2, when it makes landfall in southern Louisiana tomorrow. This currently is moving in the box at the top of the screen there, more northeast at 10 miles an hour, but currently has winds of 75. So the expectation is that it will strengthen as it moves northward. Now, once it moves over land, it loses its punch, it loses its intensity, and becomes a tropical depression by 1 o'clock Thursday as it approaches Memphis. And even still, the winds are down to 25 miles an hour around the core, around the low, and even 25 miles an hour. That's be over there, but it's not going to be here. So don't even expect much wind here in Knoxville. That question was asked to me on Facebook this week. I don't expect winds to be an issue at all. But you can see it's mainly the cone is drawn west of Nashville there in Davidson County from the Hurricane Center. But let me show you the bigger picture. Now, there is another storm. I think there's another storm that's going to form. The next two names, we got Gordon and we got Helene, the two next names on the list. Now, there's a storm that you see a big old patch of red in the middle Atlantic. What if that gets Gordon? Because the next storm, I think, is going to be off the coast of Florida and headed to the Carolinas next week. Oh, no, you didn't just say the Carolinas. Yeah, if you got plans heading there, it's going to be as soon as this storm's over Memphis and weakening, suddenly, magically, I think there's going to be a new patch of color. It's not even there yet. I think a new patch of color will be needed off the coast of Georgia and South Carolina and Florida, because it's going to head toward both South and North Carolina next week. Could have a tropical storm. It could be Gordon. It could be Helene. It's just really a race of who's going to get the name first. Is that patch of red in the middle of the Atlantic going to get named first? Because it's really the naming convention of the Weather Service Hurricane Center to follow the name on the list. And so you've got a race of time here of which gets which name. We'll see. But a tropical storm I do still expect, and you'll see that reflected on my 7-day. Heavy rains in white would suggest 6 to 10 inches in parts of southern Louisiana. And yes, there is even the possibility of tornadoes. The orange area would represent several tornadoes from Francine, extending from New Orleans, Biloxi, Mobile, and all the way to Panama City. And the yellow would be few. So there's still the possibility, with all this energy associated with Francine, as you can see that hurricane spinning, some of those areas in yellow and orange suggest more intense thunderstorms coming into play, and there's enough spin in the atmosphere, you can see it extending all the way to Panama City, over toward Wright and Mobile and Biloxi. That's why they're going to keep an eye on the potential for spin-ups. Maybe not intense tornadoes, but still tornadoes still all the same, maybe possible. And the storm surge will be off the chart. It'll be over 12 feet. You've got many areas in southern Louisiana, I imagine, below sea level. They are very susceptible to hurricanes and tropical storms. Meanwhile, back home, big game on Saturday night. It's not a day game. It's a 7:45 start. Taking on the Golden Flashes of Kent State. They're 0-2. This is like a scrimmage. Come on. Now we're what, top 7 material? Of course, when you win Chattanooga, beat Chattanooga 69-3, and beat NC State 51-10, no wonder you're in the top 10 material. But anyway, maybe we should rest the starters, but they don't ask me. 71 at kickoff, 69 at halftime, fourth quarter 67. I have a 40% chance. A 40% chance of storms. I think it's 60% during the day, but since this is a night game, as the sun goes down, some of that energy will be lost. And I do think it's just down to 40. And it's interesting to see what Francine can do. Like blowing on a hot cup of coffee. It's like, go on, Francine. Blow that smoke out of here. Come on, Francine. Just blow it out. Blow. There it is. Going back to Canada. Go back from whence you came. The smoke, the wildfire smoke, is being pushed northward thanks to Francine. So let's say we do get some benefit there. Well, warmer sunshine today. We can check that box. More high clouds tomorrow. We can check that box, but we're still watching Francine for the adverse effects to our friends to the south and west, but really marginal effects here in our state. Meanwhile, we can talk about isolated to severe storms tomorrow. Most of the isolated will be up toward Montana tomorrow, anywhere from Boise, Idaho to Billings, Montana, back toward Rapid City, South Dakota, and then, of course, the area we featured already for tornado threats would be New Orleans, Gulfport, Mobile, and back toward Panama City. But for us, no weather really to talk about other than hazy sun, departing smoke, and high ragweed. That's what we still have to work through. Still some isolated severe storms in Greene and Montana, Dakotas on Thursday, and you can see it moving northward towards, say, Montgomery and Birmingham as a storm moves north. Again, that's going to be mainly east of the circulation center. That's why it's still apart from us, but we still have the risk for general thunderstorms. So here's the future cast. Pick out your favorite region. I think that's probably center of the screen for most of us. And as you can see, by Wednesday morning, it's all quiet. But there's going to be rain advancing. You can see in the bottom left, start to advance with this trough as it slides into Alabama, and slides into Mississippi. Showers will increase there, and once it moves over land, over to, say, Jackson, Mississippi, it'll weaken, and eventually, I think it's the second half of Thursday, it starts to advance. This is a little too fast, right? It might be after 3 o'clock before that rain gets in here. This brings it in maybe a little bit sooner, but even still, it's just going to be widely scattered on Thursday. Best chance will be on Friday and Saturday as this continues to spin like a top. But keep an eye on the Carolinas, because once this storm is here, there's going to be an open door for a new storm to form off the coast of Florida and Georgia. But tonight we're down to 59, more high clouds, not as cool, but winds are light and variable. We're down to 61, my expectation for Oak Ridge and for Maryville, but 58 for Morristown, could be easily in the low to mid 50s between Jonesville, and 51 in Middlesboro in Bell County. Now, as far as Wednesday is concerned, expect another day in the upper 80s for Knoxville. Hazy sun, more high clouds, winds pick up 3 to 8 miles per hour out of the southeast. I've got us at 89 for Newport, 83 for Jamestown, Crossville, and 88 for Athens for a Wednesday high temperature. But let's take a look at the Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. You'll notice there's a little spin. What looks like a tropical storm on your screen. Is that a typo? No, it's there for a reason. I just want to make you aware. I put the banner, watching leftovers of Francine. Like 2 days ago, I said, watching leftovers of future Francine. I'm so far ahead of the pace. You're predicting leftovers of a future storm. Who does that? Right here, guilty as charged. And in the same vein, I'm putting out a tropical storm alert for you if you're headed to the Carolinas next week. So I wanted you to know that we should be on the outer edge. I don't think the effects of this new storm, could be Gordon, could be Helene, or whatever they want to call him or her, but I can tell you there will be something to watch off the coast of Georgia, Florida, and heading to the Carolinas by, say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. So watching another tropical storm south and east, that's what I was trying to indicate there with my little icon. By the way, 79, a pretty cool day for Saturday as the Vols take on Kent State, and our best chance of rain coming in Friday and Saturday during the day. But overnight lows are not going to be as cool. We're back in the low to mid 60s. By the way, you can keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. Pete Michaels Traffic, the best traffic reporter in East Tennessee, hands down. Just keep you and your family safe with alerts by searching the 2 words Captain Accurate at the App Store or Google Play. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.